Senate candidate Kari Lake is set to speak at the Republican National Convention next week. Kari, thank you so much for joining us on what turned out to be such a historic day. Now, I was just going through your Twitter and you tweeted that you are shaken and horrified by this assassination attempt. What went through your mind when you saw the video of that gunfire and the blood coming down Trump's face?
Well, I initially had heard that the president had been shot, and I had no information on it initially, and I was just shaken and in tears, wondering what had happened. And then I finally got information and found out that it looked like he may be okay. And now we know that, as President Trump said, he heard a bullet whizzing by his ear, and he was struck in the right ear. And thank God he's okay. All I can say is that prayers work. The American people have been praying for this man nonstop. People around the world have been praying for President Trump nonstop for years. And I believe that he was spared his life tonight by the grace of God. It's
Kari,
absolutely shocking that this happened tonight. It's absolutely shocking. It's not historic. It's absolutely disturbing that there's been an assassination attempt on President Trump's life. And this has got to stop. This has got to stop. The people need to come together. I believe the people of this country have come together. I'm out talking to more people every day than the average person, maybe only, second to President Trump with the amount of people I encounter and talk to every day. And the mainstream media has done nothing except stoke fear and division in this country. And I implore the people of America to turn off the mainstream media. They want us divided. They want us torn apart. And in fact, I believe we're much more unified than you can imagine. If you looked at that crowd today and the love in that crowd, I've been to many, many Trump rallies. They're the most patriotic place you could ever be. The people in those crowds love President Trump because he loves this country. And he's one person who's out there fighting for them. And I saw the people behind him when the president was shot. And I looked into their eyes and I knew every one of them would have jumped in front of that bullet if they would have had the chance. Thank God President Trump escaped with his life tonight. And I just ask the media to stop trying to divide this country. Help bring us together, because the people want healing. They want to solve the problems we have, and they want to get back to our great days. And that's why they love President Trump, because he's going to bring us back to those great days.
President Biden gave a short statement today condemning the violence. He says he hopes to get a hold of Trump later and speak with him. His campaign also said that they're going to be pausing their outbound communications and their television ads. What's your response to Biden's words?
Probably a good idea for them to do that. And, I'm glad that he had well wishes and hopefully is praying for President Trump. I think we all are right now.
And how do you think this is going to impact the rhetoric and the energy going into the Republican National Convention starting Monday?
Well, the Republican National Convention is a convention for all Americans. We are the America First Republican Party, and we're about bringing people together. And I saw the defiant fist pumping that President Trump did as he was being taken off the stage by Secret Service. And I could read what he was saying. I could read his lips. He said, "Fight, fight, fight." And the good people in that crowd started chanting, "USA, USA." We're coming together as a country, whether the media wants it or not. This country's together. We are united. We're not divided. And the America First movement is about lifting all lives up, making all lives better, making our state safer, more secure, and more prosperous. So we're going to have a great convention. I'm excited to see the president.
And Trump is set to arrive in Milwaukee on Monday. Have you been updated about any changes that the convention is making regarding security? Have they told you anything will change because of this incident?
Not as of yet, but I'm sure that we'll be informed if anything does change.
And then finally, Kari, what does this say about just the temperature of the country right now that we're seeing political violence take place? And do you think this will affect the temperature going forward?
Well, as I said, I put a lot of that on the mainstream news media, attacking President Trump, He's had a character assassination for 8 years at the hands of the fake mainstream news media. I know this probably won't make it into your show, but the mainstream news media has been going after President Trump with lies, stories that aren't true, trying to hurt him and divide our country. I hope this makes it into your newscast, and I hope there's some real soul searching that's going on, not just there, but at newsrooms across the country. You know, it was just a week or two ago, I heard people, talking heads on TV stations, calling for the assassination of President Trump. It's despicable, and it has to stop.
Kari,
we're coming together as a country, whether the fake news wants it or not.
A lot of our viewers are going to be looking forward to your speech this week. Are you set to make any changes now that this shooting has taken place? What are you going to say about this?
I haven't even thought about that. I've just been praying for President Trump. I've been praying for Barron and his wonderful wife, First Lady Melania, and the entire family. It was great to hear from Don Jr. tonight that the president is in good spirits. I've reached out to the president and told him that I believe that the hand of God is on him. And he is here for this moment. It's divine providence that President Trump is here for this moment, and we're all praying for him. And so I'm not worried about that. Everything's going to happen the way it's supposed to happen.
All right, Kari Lake, candidate for U.S. Senate for Arizona, thank you so much. We'll be watching you next week.